me, Mario.
The Nintendo 64 is considered one of the best video game consoles of all time. There are a lot of people who grew up with the system having fun memories playing some of the system's strongest games. Now, I never actually grew up with the Nintendo 64, I actually grew up with the Wii. But I did get the system as a hand-me-down from my uncle a few years ago along with Super Mario 64. I also got a few more games later on from eBay like Banjo-Kazooie and Super Smash Bros. And I got GoldenEye as another hand-me-down from my uncle. And after playing through some of the system's best games, it's obvious why the system is loved. These games are super good, especially Super Mario 64, which was a launch title for the system in 1996 or 1997 for Europe. But here's a little info about the games themselves. Super Mario 64 is an awesome 3D platformer that has Mario traversing Peach's castle and other levels to collect Power Stars to save her from Bowser. Banjo-Kazooie is also a really good 3D platformer that is just as much fun as Mario 64, with funny writing, cool new moves, interesting worlds, and fun collectibles. Super Smash Bros. Is the start of an incredible fighting series that just kept on getting bigger and better with every new game. GoldenEye is also a really fun multiplayer choice if you're not into Smash Bros. Now you might be wondering, where's The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time? Where's Mario Kart 64? I'm aware that I don't own any of the Zelda games, but it's because I've been distracted playing Breath of the Wild and other games that I probably forgot. I don't know if I'll go back and buy it eventually, but I'll just wait and see. But in the meantime, I kinda just want to enjoy the games that I have first. Moving off the topic of games, let's go over the controller because this is an odd controller. You have your standard A and B buttons, L and R buttons, and a D-pad, which I don't know if it was used in any game on the system. Let me know in the comments if the D-pad was used in any Nintendo 64 game. But the new additions are the three handles, the Z button on the back of the controller, and the 360-degree analog stick. There's even a slot on the back of the controller for the rumble pack, which is an accessory you put into the controller slot to allow it to rumble at certain instances in games. But this isn't a controller I like to use. It's really hard to adjust to this controller for me, and the analog stick isn't good either. But it isn't the worst controller I've used. It didn't affect the amount of enjoyment I had in Mario 64, but it isn't a controller I recommend Nintendo brings back to later systems like the GameCube controller. But I mean, at least it came in a lot of cool colors. At the end of the day, I'd say that the Nintendo 64 is still a fun system to go back to and play, whether single player wise or multiplayer wise, despite its age. It has some of the best games to play on it, and even though the system has a few flaws, it's still a great system in the end. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, hopefully it makes you want to play your Nintendo 64 again. This is something I kind of want to do again with other Nintendo consoles in the future, so stay tuned for that. But thanks for watching and have a good day.